Ever wonder how your clock or your watch works?
Here's a little something for those of you who don't really use these at all.
It's such a small mechanism, but it was so groundbreaking for its time as soon as it came out. This is called the quartz movement, or the quartz caliper. And the reason why it's called that is because this little tuning fork shape is literally a quartz crystal that has been cut to look like a tuning fork. And what it does is that from the battery, about 1.5, maybe 2 volts sometimes, goes into an integrated circuit, which will take the natural resonance of this quartz crystal and amplify it. And the reason why this quartz crystal is that size is because it will resonate at 32,768 hertz exactly. So what's up with that number? If you've ever played 2048, you see that when you connect the tiles, you double the number every single time. And what you're doing is you're actually making bits. So that's just what happens when you take 2 to the power of the number of bits. So when you hear 8-bit and the number is actually 256, it's because it's 2 to the power of 8. It just so happens that 32,768 just happens to be 2 to the power of 15, or 15 bits. And when the integrated circuit will see this, it will step it down or divide it by 2 15 times in order to get it to a 1 hertz frequency. Once this 1 hertz frequency is achieved, the integrated circuit will put this back into the amplifier to go into the stepper motor, which will ultimately drive the mechanism. So now that we have our signal, let's actually take a look at how the hands drive. Once this 1 hertz frequency is put right to the stepper motor, it can now directly drive to the seconds hand. You get a 60-to-1 gear ratio from the seconds hand to the minute hand, because for every 60 rotations of the second hand, the minute hand will move 1 rotation. Now for the minute hand to the hour hand, it's going to involve a little bit more math, because when the hour hand makes a full rotation, the minute hand would have to make 720. And the reason for that is that when the minute hand goes around 60 times to make a full hour, the hour hand only moves 1/12. So you have to multiply 60 by 12 in order to get your 720-to-1 gear ratio. So even though it seems like such a complex piece of technology, it's actually really small and dirt cheap to manufacture. You can see when I open up my own watch, you can actually see that this entire movement is going to be smaller than a quarter. And you can actually see the quartz crystal is going to be encased in this little cylinder here. There's the battery, the gears you can see right in the middle there. Here's the stepper motor, and the integrated circuit is going to be under this plate over here. So now you know how we tell time, and if you're curious about anything else, leave a comment and follow.